Welcome to beautiful southern Wisconsin. We're starting today's program at the Wisconsin Dells alongside CPKC's Toma subdivision on our way to La Crosse. We stopped here to watch Amtrak's westbound Empire Builder number 7 make its station stop and explore downtown. Though out of sight and to our west, we found some intense storms headed our way, which would cause some issues for our overnight accommodations. La Crosse, Wisconsin has been a major focal point in railroad operations. Currently, 3 railroads run through here. In our program today, we will focus on the CPKC. Coming in from the east, the Toma subdivision runs along the La Crosse River towards West Salem, Sparta, and onward to Milwaukee and Chicago. Historically, the Chicago Northwestern had a parallel line, which has now been turned into a bike trail, though the Union Pacific has current trackage rights starting at Tunnel City. The Toma sub departs the La Crosse River near the Diamond with the BNSF Railway. The BNSF also has a large presence in La Crosse. As the division point between the St. Croix and Aurora subdivision, it also has their own yard on the north side of the Diamond and an industrial spur on the south side of town. Going west, there's CPKC's La Crosse Yard, the Amtrak station, and a short industrial spur before the Toma crosses the Mississippi River in 4 separate spans. Now in La Crescent, Minnesota, the main route turns north and becomes the River subdivision, which heads north towards Winona, where the UP's trackage rights ends, and towards the Twin Cities. Meanwhile, going south, the Marquette subdivision heads south towards Brownsville, Dubuque, Iowa, and eventually to Kansas City. The next day, we would start in La Crescent at the main Mississippi River Bridge, where the Empire Builder number 8 rolls ever closer to Chicagoland. As the train clears the bridge, we see the La Crosse Queen wait for the swing span to open up so it can continue its journey upstream. CPKC's crossing of the Mississippi and Black Rivers contain 4 separate spans. This is the western span, which crosses the navigation channel of the Mississippi River. The current bridge is the oldest of the 4, being constructed in 1902, and has had minor rebuilding projects to keep it structurally sound since. Though as early as the mid-90s, the Coast Guard has come up with ideas here and there to replace the swing span with a 300-foot-long lift bridge. Obviously, that hasn't happened yet. After the Queen clears and the bridge closes back up, what I presume is CPKC Train 248 rolls its way to La Crosse Yard. A single Canadian Pacific AC 4400 CW is on the point, as is commonplace on this railroad. "5 miles south of town, we would catch this sand train head down the Marquette sub. Though I didn't catch the train number, the fact it is running 1 by 0 tells me this is probably 644 or 648. After the train clears, we would head over to French Island for lunch on the water at Huck's Finn. While we were there, we kept noticing an abundance of air traffic, so we went to the La Crosse Regional Airport, which is on the north side of French Island, to find an assortment of shuttle traffic for, I'm guessing, Fort McCoy, which is located in nearby Toma. The first shuttle we saw was a National Airlines 757, which is headed to San Diego, California. Next up is this National Airlines A330, which is headed to Liège, Belgium. Both of these flights show the somewhat strong crosswinds as they take off. The last flight we watched was United 2570, which is a 737-8 coming from Chicago O'Hare if I'm remembering correctly.
Okay, time cancellation 1454, 1454 CGW.
All correct, over.
Correct, 3467.
Thank you. That's true. 255, go ahead, over.
55. West Y, all done with here at Crosse, 346, just fine. I got count when you're ready, over.
Okay, ready to go. Signal location behind 340.
With trains on the way, we scooted back over to the south end of the island, where we caught train 346 about to cross the Black River Channel while 255 was calling the dispatcher. After 346 cleared, we shot up to Dakota, Minnesota, where they have this beautiful overlook along the tracks, which of course parallel the Mississippi River. At this beautiful spot, we see CPKC train 255 pass by as a trespasser risks crossing the tracks right in front of it. Next up, we see CPKC Train 148, daily stacks from Roberts Bank, British Columbia to Bensonville, Illinois. Though this train is mostly international stacks from Asia, there is a fair share of domestic containers, which have seen an uptick in traffic since CPKC's contract with Schneider. At West Donauer, we saw the southbound grain train fly through the curvature with 148 clearing the way. Didn't catch the train number on this one. After departing the CPKC due to a lull in traffic, we decided to follow the BNSF back to La Crosse and set up camp. While setting up our tents, we ended up catching wind that YLAW 202 was shuffling cars at City Brewing Company in downtown La Crosse. Seeing this job was already a treat, let alone the Heritage 1 GP38-2 paired with the BN shoving platform. More about this job will be covered in an upcoming program. After hanging out for a while, we moved to the Amtrak station, where we caught what I think is a second section of CPKC Train 248. Just before seeing the mid-train DPU, I-82 passes by running light on the other track. One thing we enjoyed on this trip was our campsite. The temperatures were perfect for camping at this beautiful site along the Mississippi River, although in the distance you can see the rain incoming, so we had to pack up fast. After breakfast, we were back at the Amtrak station where we saw 146 roll past with an SD70 ACU on the point. Just as the tail end gets out of frame, I-71 would make its presence known and roll down the siding to the industrial lead on the other side of the curve. Shifting now to the north side of Winona, Minnesota, we see train J20 roll onto the siding here to get out of the way for the line of hotshots behind it. Just out of sight, train 353 on the Waseca sub tied down due to congestion forming here on the river sub. Union Pacific's trackage rights end just south of here in Winona, Minnesota, at their own Winona subdivision, which is a short 2-mile line that serves industries along the river. Originally, the Chicago Northwestern tracks crossed the old Sioux line and would parallel the main, which you can see on the right side, to the now called Waseca subdivision. The Waseca, which was originally part of the Chicago Northwestern, was sold to a new company in 1986 called the Dakota, Minnesota and Eastern, which the Canadian Pacific acquired in 2007. Crazy enough, this line could have been a funnel for Powder River coal due to an expansion proposal in 2001, but through failed finances in the DME days and lack of interest by the Canadian Pacific, that never came to fruition. Next up was today's edition of CPKC Train 148. This train is scrambling to get to La Crescent, where the dispatcher has planned for it to take the siding so Amtrak's Empire Builder can roll past. Hot on its heels, the Empire Builder races by to make its fresh air stop in Winona, Minnesota. After Amtrak cleared out, CPKC Train 248 is running hard as it just left Mid-City siding, though in reality it would play another game of hurry up and wait so that it could let 148 out ahead of it. We jump back to La Crescent to catch 148 cross the Mississippi at restricting speed due to the Amtrak ahead.
Control, I have a great day.
After taking 11 minutes to cross the bridge, 248 would follow suit due to the restricting signals behind 148 and into La Crosse Yard.
call by, I think.
Have I-71 get on there.
Good.
Copy. Train master I-71 on this channel. Yeah, just hop on their train, we'll yard it, and then we'll just use their power. Switch the yard over. Copy.
Alright, so we're getting on J20's power right then?
Yeah, if you got J20, I'll figure out different yarding instructions. Alright, maybe we may just go on 10, I don't know yet, but get on J20. Before you put on the yard, have the conductor come in here and I'll give him a briefing on how to yard the train and what we're doing in the yard over.
Okay, over.
I think 10 track's a good track, Barry.
Trailing behind 248, J20 rounds up the pack crossing the river here. It sounds like I-71's crew will be hitching a ride on J20 and will use their power to continue working the yard. This would be the last train we stuck around here for, as we decided to follow BNSF's Aurora subdivision back to Illinois. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed what you saw, check out these other videos here and consider subscribing. And I hope to see you next time on the JRTHEES channel.